Okay, go ahead, Ravindra. What is the topic?
Uh, Not specific, but regarding you have taken that meditation session. So I also uh, listen that later, and I'll also experience that whole body is whole sensation in my head, but lower part is also not sensation. So it is okay, or
No, it is okay. See, there are, when we start, even with Goenka technique, if we take basically when we start scanning, you'll find certain parts where you don't have any sensation at all. But even though Goenka keeps on saying that you'll find sensation all across the body, so then you keep on looking at from a head and uh, then divide it to back, and then you keep on going. I might not get. Oh, I might not get at all. Right? The reason is that there are hindrances, and those hindrances are causing this problem. Now, in general, in general, we are supposed to get the sensation in general. But when I start observing the mind, that is, I made a little portion of the awareness, and that awareness cannot happen across the body. If I know the hindrances and I can do something about it. So there are two kinds of knowing. One knowing is knowing, that is, I hear someone saying that, yeah, you will get vibration, you will get this, you will get that, and then I make out something. Something should be coming, because everybody is saying means something should be there. Otherwise, how will it come? This is one way of saying it. Another way is to really experience it, meaning without really getting into the textual meaning of it, you really experience it. And when you start penetrating through it, you will find certain areas where you cannot penetrate at all, certain areas it is very free flowing. But as we start looking into it, everything becomes free flow, because the gross sensations are there, the subtle sensations are also there. What is hindering is the mind body interaction, the conceptualization. Now let us say when Goenka says sensation, my definition of sensation is different than Goenka's definition of sensation, and is totally different than what Buddha means by sensation. He doesn't mean sensation at all. Talk about sensation. He says about Vedana, and he defines what is Vedana. He says Sukha Vedana, Dukkha Vedana, Adukha Sukha Vedana. He doesn't talk it as sensation. And sensation per se cannot be uh, Sukha, Dukkha and neutral. But in English, we use word sensation. And then what's the difference between feeling and sensation? So now these concepts will disturb the mind, because now should I have sensation? Should I have feeling? What should I have? So by the time I try getting some answer, the mind has become gross and it cannot penetrate into the subtle. So the best way of working is don't get into conceptualization at all. No matter whatever is said by whoever, then it becomes very easy.
right now we are talking about physical sensation.
There are two sensations, right? Now again, we use the word sensation, use feeling. You have two feelings. One is a mental feeling, one is a physical feeling.
Physical. Okay, that's great.
See, the bad word is sensation. If you search for sensation, what will you get? Just search. On Google, if you search sensation, you see what happens. You will get a very cryptic answer on that word sensation, which is again a concept. See, the more the concept, the mind latches onto the concept.
Yes, yes.
Now you want a, see, you get a pleasant feeling, but you don't get a pleasant sensation. But I
Okay.
want sensation. Okay. This is the problem, right? See, now I will give you some examples. I just now did like this. Is that a sensation or a feeling? What would you reply? I just now did like this. I had a itching. Is it a sensation or a feeling?
Sensation.
Then what is feeling? You don't know. Nor anybody knows what is a feeling. Are you feeling for itch or are you feeling sensation of itch? Tell me which one.
Feeling itch.
You feel itch. Then what happened to sensation?
It arouse like sensation.
No, that's correct. But if itch is a feeling, what happens to sensation?
Sensation is pasa, and then pasa pacha vedana. So you get the feeling from the sensation.
Right. So the problem here is that when we literally take the words to be true, it means the words are there to just put something into some concept into reality. And if I were to take that itself is real, then I'll end up in a mess. Right now, the word sensation. Should you get feeling or should you get sensation? And the answer would be sensation. Because we are used to the word sensation now. It's a word, but you will never be able to experience sensation. You will be experiencing feeling, which you call it as a sensation. And now the mix and match of words have started. So I struggle now. Now there is a struggle. That's what I should do. And I call it as pleasant sensation. Now explain to me what is pleasant.
It is a feeling.
Then what happened to sensation? You see how the words are getting interchanged.
Yes.
We one time say sensation, another time says feeling. Now we are not sure whether it's a feeling or a sensation.
The pleasant sensation is one such that the sensation has lead to a pleasant feeling.
Yeah, that's correct. See now, sensation leads to a pleasant feeling. That means sensation is an independent thing and a feeling is an independent thing. That means sensation can be unpleasant, but feeling can be pleasant. Now I'll tell you what it is. I can get hunger. Hunger is a sensation. I'm sensing hunger, but I am doing uposatha, so I get a pleasant feeling. Is that right?
Yes.
If we say that is right, then what happens? So sensation is an independent thing, feeling is an independent thing, because I can now make it as not dependent, it is independent. So in Buddha Dharma, nothing is independent, it is dependent. Correct. Nothing is independent. So feeling cannot be independent of sensation. Sensation cannot be independent of feeling. But now I'm feeling hungry. Or am I having a sensation of hunger? Which one is true? I'm saying I'm feeling hungry. That means there's a feeling. Agreed. There's a feeling of hunger. Fine. So it is dukkha vedana.
Yes.
It's an unpleasant feeling. But what happens to sensation? Then I have to say sensation and feeling are the same. Got it? Then the
Yes.
question comes, why are we then calling it a sensation? No, we are used to it. But in meditation, you are searching for sensation. And hence, you can't do it.
Okay.
Because that's the main thing, is to search for sensation.
So we should not search for anything or search for Vedna or
Nothing,
just
nothing.
experience.
Just take the Vedana, feeling what is coming. So let's say, Kaye Kaya Anupassi Viharati. So now I am sitting like this. I have not put on the fan. There is no fan out there, and I have put the curtains, and now there is no fan up. It's a summer. So I will have a feeling of heat, right? To have sensation of heat, maybe we can put it. But actually what I'm feeling hot. If I were to put on the fan or an air conditioner or an air cooler, what happens? The speed at which that fan or the air cooler or the air conditioner is going to put the air is going to make the body not feel the heat. Instead, it will feel air. So when the air hits the body, the sweat, the water droplets which have come, either get dissipated or it gets evaporated. And that I can observe. This is Vipassana now. Correct. So now I were to sit in Shunyagara. That's it. And I'm meditating. What should I meditate? Meditate on the feeling I'm getting due to heat or cold or whatever that utu is. Utu parinamaja abhada. So there is a discomfort due to utu. So now I'm feeling, that is this body, through this body, I'm feeling heat. Becomes a good meditation object. Now what will happen? As it heats up, so in the case of a candle, it heats up, it becomes wet. It was solid, now it has become liquid due to heat. And that tree is getting gaseous. Same thing is happening. The water which is coming out, it is evaporated by the air. So now I can see Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo, Akasha, 5 dhatus. This is a good, because I am going by feeling. So Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana. There is no sensation over there. It is a feeling of heat, feeling of cold, feeling of whatever. So Vedana is the better word to use than sensation. And if we use that, you will not be able to say that I am not able to meditate. Because now you can feel, like I am feeling the heat right now, no fan. The curtains are closed. So no air is coming from outside. So I should feel heat. Feel, not sense. Now what is there to sense? Sensation means it's from the word sense. Sense is to know. So I know it is hot, that is sensation. But I am feeling hot is an internal feeling. So I might feel hot. My wife, who is used to staying in hot, she doesn't feel that hot now. If I were to ask, should I put on the fan? If she was sitting here, she would say, no, I don't think so. There's a fan required. Why? She doesn't have a feeling of heat. But she can sense that it is hot. But she's not feeling hot. So now you see the point. So the better way is feeling than the sensation. And since in Vipassana, we start looking at sensation, you can't meditate. Same thing with what we are doing. Yes, Ari, go ahead.
So is it right to understand this as, because when we start meditating, the mind is gross. Anyways, when the mind is gross, it can only experience the gross, which is feeling. I mean, it's already have perception built into it. So that's your starting point.
Correct.
And as you meditate, maybe you get, the mind recedes from the feeling. Maybe you find something else, but that's eventually it'll come. But you cannot look for it. You have to start from the gross.
Yes.
Is what you're saying.
Exactly.
So you explained about hindrances. So I also experienced some sleepiness during that session. So thin mitta. So what kind of and how we can understand the hindrances?
If you have thin amida, you have to walk. Shouldn't sit.
That's okay. For a moment I felt sleepy. Then I
The moment, like, what is that? The same thing with Moggallana. Buddha then comes and says that, yeah, you're sleeping. You're not supposed to sleep. And then he says, put water on your face and do this, do that, so many things, and bite your tongue and so many things he says, right?
it was very for a small for a few moments.
That's okay.
Again,
That's fine.
that's
There is nothing wrong in that.
but normally I don't get that experience in other time. But this experience is new for me because I never felt sleepy when I meditate.
Okay. Maybe due to tiredness, due to something, you would have got it.
Maybe.
Maybe you went deeper. Maybe you went deeper. That's why you're.
And how to understand hindrances?
How to understand what?
Hindrances.
Well, the first hindrance you will get is doubt, whether this will work or not. That you will get it. The second hindrance you are going to get is thinamida. This is very typical for everyone. The moment you read something and you want to practice it, the first thing that hits you is doubt. And there are people who will think that whether this is the right Pali word, not the right Pali word, this word, that is how it should be. This person has said, that person has said, whether he said it correctly, not said it correctly, etc., etc. The first thing what you get. So you should accept that what is there is right and proceed. Then you get thinamida. When you get thinamida, just take a walk if you're sitting meditation. If you are not in sitting meditation, you're walking and you will get restlessness because you're walking. Then you have to sit. There's one sutta where Buddha explains that he's sitting, then the sitting problem, then he stands, then the standing problem, then he walks. He makes in his mind, why shouldn't I walk? Then he walks, then he feels tired. Then he says that why shouldn't I make my body sit? Then he sits, he feels sleepy. Then he says, why don't I just stand? Then he stands. We have to do all of that. We are not in a stage where we have learnt the art of doing it.
Interested in that sutta.
No, it is there. One sutta is there. Where he does in all the four postures. So then, Thinamida. The third one, if you get some pleasurable feeling, I don't use the word sensation, pleasant feeling, you get Kamachanda. You want that feeling. And Goenka said so many number of times, Bhanga, Bhanga, Bhanga. So I want Bhanga. That is, you will get into restlessness, Udacha, also the Vyapada. You get irritated that I'm not getting it. Yes.
So I have a little question on this. So when you meditate, naturally some nice feeling comes, right? So I guess, but let's say when you enter into jhana, there will also be sukha in some sense, piti sukha and all that. So, but that we call it rupa raga. We don't say it's kama, right? So where's the line between I like this nice feeling in meditation versus this rupa raga?
No,
Let's
then
say.
you should understand samisa, niramisa. When you start with meditation, it is always samisa. You will not have niramisa. You will get a little bliss and then it is having sensuality in that and then it is samisa. You have to extend and then you get niramisa.
Oh, so I guess when you start meditating, naturally the mind calms down. When it calms down, it's almost like having a sleep, right? So that sleep give you samisa, but only if you sustain through that, niramisa comes, and then you know it's a qualitatively different.
Yes.
So how to come out of Kamachanda? So we have to understand that this is a Kamachanda.
No, it is there. No, it is for Kamachanda. Before you get into meditative practice of sitting meditation, you should do the meditation of filth,
Sure.
asubha bhavana. Because mind, when what we call mind is chitta. Whatever you feel in the chitta, it takes that. If you are feeling it to be very good, even though it is filthy, you make it feel good. It will take it is good. I'll give you an example. Ice cream, is it good? Just check. You would now you have to take a stand. You can only take two stand. Ice cream is good, ice cream is bad. Correct?
Yes.
But nobody questions, is there really an ice cream? We're just naming it, but there's no ice cream out there, right? We're just naming something. In like now it is hot here, so if I eat ice cream, it makes me pleasurable. The feeling is pleasurable. So what I get out of ice cream is pleasure.
Right.
What if it is cold? It is terrible cold outside. It's in minus 20 degrees centigrade. Everything has become ice. So I would like to eat an ice cream. Can I eat? I wouldn't, because it pains.
No.
The same thing in summer, I like it. And the same thing in winter, I don't like it. Here in winter, I would like to have hot things. In summer, I would like to have cold things. Right? Isn't that Kamachanda?
Yes.
So first we have to recognize how we have done it. In cold, you want hot, and in hot, you want cold, which means karma is always like that. You cannot satisfy, you cannot get contented. You have to make it reverse, and then only you feel happy. If you are single, you want to be married. If you are married, you want to be single.
Yes.
So you got the point. If you are not earning, you want to earn, and after earning, you don't know what to do. So again, you have to invest. See, somebody has 100,000 US dollars. All that he wanted was $10,000, but he earned 100,000. Now, what does he do with $90,000? He will reinvest. Why? What does he do with that? It has no value. So when I reinvest, it gives me a percentage of return, the 10% or 20% or whatever that percentage, and it makes me feel happy. So the same money was made me unhappy now. The same money is now making me happy. This unhappiness and happiness on something which is not real is karma. Got it. But Kamachanda is something, an interest on something which is literally has no value, no intrinsic value anywhere, including this body. But I feel it has a value because I have been told that it is valuable. So I'm carrying shit and somebody's told me, hey, come on, no, it's not shit, it is gold. Gold in its original form is black. But it smells. They say, no, no, fossils are always like that. Please understand. It's a fossil. During the dinosaur era, in fact, dinosaurs were the first being because their shit contained gold and it was given to humans. Ah, okay. Now it makes sense. So where should I keep it? Keep it in your house. It's very valuable. And now somebody steals that shit, right? Because it is dinosaur shit called as gold. It makes me feel unhappy. Why? The shit, if it was only shit, didn't make me anything. But the shit is given as gold, so it has some value. So whatever is valuable is karma. So if you find going to a retreat, you enjoy, it means you have taken karma there, so you will not get anything. So how to cut karma is to see this. It's made up. It's not real.
Yes.
See, somebody brings in a pizza. First question, you love pizza? And the answer is yes. You like soda or cool drinks? I say yes, yes. And this anyway, it's hot outside, so I need to drink. Yes, are you?
Quick question. Can jhanic pleasure, like the mind thinking jhanic pleasure is valuable, can that become
No, that's what he says. No, until the 8th jhana also, there's one sutta where he says you have to keep on dropping it, including in Chula Shunyata Sutta. That's what he teaches.
But before you meditate, let's say your mind remembers one good experience. Does that become kamachanda?
It may or may not become. It depends on how much are you holding it. So that is Kamachanda, and if it doesn't work, Vyapada, then Thinamida we did, Udacha we did, and if we don't do what we wanted to do, Kukucha, which is remorse feeling. You feel, oh, I should have done that. Oh, what happened? I tell this Aryu all the time, don't disturb me, I want to sit for meditation. Exact time he calls me. Then I will say, Aryu went away, then a doorbell rang, and then I had to get out and talk to them, and I totally forgot. And 5 p.m. I remember, oh shit, I was supposed to meditate. Then I sat for meditation, one of my friend came. Now what I can do? So I start feeling remorse about it. And then I shouldn't have told lies. I told lies, so I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that, done this, done that. The whole of the day will be spent only in done this, done that, done this, done that. He will not do, or I will not do anything other than blaming. I'll blame my family or blame my friends, blame this, blame that situation. Ravindra, today I would have sat for 2 hours. You know how hot it is in Bangalore today? Then you would say, put a fan. No, Goenka said, no fan. You should experience that heat. Sensation. Is it a sensation? No, feeling. I'm feeling hot. But you should. Heat as hot, hot as hot, cold as cold. But it's killing. I don't like it. I'm sweating. It's smelling. So I couldn't meditate. All of these 5 hindrances are going to be there for everyone.
You talked about Piti, Sukha, and Pamocha. So I explained Piti and Sukh, but not pamoja.
Pamoja is gladness. So it will happen when you see everybody is same, when you see everyone is in suffering, and when you see that people are getting rid of suffering, and you're also getting rid of suffering, then the pamoja comes.
So it is just like your eyes glitters when you talk, just like that.
Yeah.
Okay. That experiencing Dhamma is actually pamoja.
Yeah, I feel all the time like he keeps on telling me, your eyes
Yes,
shine
yes.
when you're talking Dhamma.
I also see that your eyes sometimes very shiny and sometimes full of tears also.
Yes, I feel that.
Yes.
For me, Dhamma is life. So anybody getting a little bit of Dhamma or enjoying that Dhamma, I feel wow, at least something good has happened. Like they have made Aryu as anyway, we have considered him to be our son. So it's like that. So it's something we feel. We feel that if he gets something, also we feel wow, he's got a lot of things. Maybe he's got little, it's okay, but still that little for us is huge. Ah, so nice. He picked up. Like in the case of Bhim Reddy, so he has picked up something. I feel so glad. Wow, at last he got it. He understood. So that is
So earlier when I used to meditate, some of the facts that our body is solid. So now I don't feel like that. I feel like that body is not solid, not experienced, but that this change is happened
no, for
when
that you can do one thing. The best way to get rid of this, have you seen a block of ice?
yes,
Do this at your home. You take a refrigerator, anyway we all have refrigerator. Keep a block of ice and you put water in that small thing and then keep it inside. After one day you take it out, you'll find everywhere it is equally thick. If it falls on your leg is going to break, right? So it will be heavy also. So what you can make out of it is that if there is solidity, it becomes heavy because it's condensed. Ghana sanya is something like condensation. It condenses. There's nothing wrong in ghana sanya. Ghana means something valuable, something that can be seen, something that can be felt, something can be held, something that can be carried. All these are ghana. Ghana. There's a word in Kannada also called ghanate, meaning something superior value because of this intrinsic quality. It has an intrinsic quality. Like I am having ghana. Aryu is ghana, and you are ghana because you can experience something, right? That is ghana. So when you see this eyes, you start observing the eyes and you being the same. How? Now I'm in the heat. You keep the eyes. Hi, mate. Very good evening. Okay. So now what I do is I will keep that eyes and see my body. Like now it is a hot weather, so I'll keep it on the table with some so that it doesn't become watery. Let's sit and watch. As soon as it's outside and it's in the environment, what happens? The heat will start to, that is that solidity keeps on disintegrating. Now, am I not sweating? I am. I call that as sweat. Fair. But what is coming? Water. So whether what is there in the eyes is also coming here. Exact, no difference. After some time, that block of ice starts to become brittle. We have a doctor in front of us, so we'll ask her. Osteoporosis means the bone density has reduced. Am I right?
Correct.
Okay. How did it go? We can give some answer, wear and tear, this, that, calcium not being there. We keep on giving conceptual, but doesn't people understand? They don't understand that where did calcium go? I didn't remove calcium and said that, okay, I want to donate some 10 kg of calcium. Correct? Then they say you require vitamin B12. Where did I donate? When did I donate B12? I don't remember. I don't even remember that I went, forget donation. I did not give it to anyone. But they say vitamin B12 deficiency. Then they say vitamin D deficiency. I didn't give A, B, C, D to N, K, P, T, whatever numbers, alphabets they have as a vitamins. And they say your mineral strength is low. Come on. I'm not a mine to find a mineral there. Do I have a mine where I can find minerals? And they say, look, cobalt should be there. Oh, you're talking about the periodic table by any chance? Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, like that? Yes. We're actually talking about that. 108 natural elements. What are you trying to say to me then, my dear friend? You mean to say this body is elements? Yes. That's all what it is. It condenses if it is cold. It becomes watery if it is in heat. That's all what it is. In between there are other two, which is fire and air. That is all. Now if you do this exercise, keeping a block of ice, observing your body and eyes, then you will experience what is said in the Pena Pindupama Sutta. Pena Pindupamam Rupam. Vedana Bubulupama. That is like a bubbles, water bubbles. You know you are something is boiling there, but you don't know what it is. So that it depends on that rupa. So from the ice, which I felt is solid, it's solid, 100% solid. Keep it outside? No. If you keep it in the refrigerator, meaning if you maintain the condition, then only you can say it's ice. In the same way, if you maintain the condition, then only you will be called as so and so person. If the condition changes in the eyes, you no longer can say it is eyes. If the condition changes in this body, you no longer can say this is my body. Because it is conditionally arisen. Paticca samutpanna. It's arisen out of the cause. Paticca. In Sanskrit, pratitya, which is a natural condition. Now, if the condition is changed, this also will change. So, if the eyes were to change, you bring it outside. In 1 hour time, they will never see an ice. You will see water. Then I take the water and put it for boiling. It evaporates, get into steam, air. After some time, what remains? So now we'll call the block of ice as Vilas. You bring him outside, turns water. Then you keep on heating him, heating that body up. It turns into dust. Where did Vilas go? If you observe like this, Kamachanda will go away, Vyapada will go away, Thinamida will go away, Udacha Kukucha will go away, Visikicha will go away, because now you are seeing it for yourself, not imagining it, nor doing anything supernatural about it. Yes, Eric.
So, a question. So, of course, if you can see the four elements like this, like the cows cut to four pieces, there's no kamachanda. But one tactic of breaking this ganasan, is it like what's described in what's that? Mirinda Panha, right? Is as the chariot. It is only the wheel, only the whatever, the wood thing here and there. If you can break up a thing in your mind like that, let's say I see a tree, I can break it apart as this is the leaf, this is the trunk, and this is the branch, and this is the root. And if you can break it up like that, also there will be no tree. And also in that sense, you also attacking the ganasanya in that way, in the perception,
Correct.
rather than the elements, you can break it apart like that. If you
Whichever
see a
way, you have to
luxury
break it.
car,
You have to break it. And the breaking away is the Nama Rupa Paricheda. That means you're cutting the Nama and Rupa. The Rupa is an assumed form.
let's say you see a luxurious car, you see, it's a wheel. The wheel has this logo, and like in that, you're allowing the mind to see into the reality of things. Elements is one way, but you can also break it in different strategies. You can break up the perception.
Yes.
And okay, and also it's all attacking this ganasanya.
Yes, absolutely. Like the block of ice. See, presently our mind has become block of ice. It doesn't let go of it. It thinks that it is real. Even I see May, I 100% know she is a female. No matter how much I pretend, I don't think so, she's female. I think she's female. No, she's not female. I'm telling you, we are in Buddha Dhamma, there is no female and male. That is called intellectual. Meaning, intellectually, I can keep on comprehending, saying that she's not a female, she's not a female, she's not a female. But when I see her like this, I shouldn't be seeing her like that, because Buddha has said, don't see a woman directly. Indirectly, can I see like? I think indirect is okay, but no direct. I can't directly see. So I have to in my face like, no, I just saw her. This is not going to work, because in the mind the Ghanasanya is there, that it is a female. No matter how much I pretend, how much I do, whatever I do, there is a recognition. It gets recognized. And you had asked me, you mean to say there is no Vila, there is no May then? Yes, she is 100% there. But have you ever thought that there is no typical feminine body and no typical masculine body in an absolute sense? So for that, what I should do? I have to get rid of imagination. Imagination, the word is kalpana. It's from kalpita. A lot of times Buddha uses this word kalpita, and he uses the word vikalpita. Okay. So how do I do it? Cut the body and see. Don't see outside, see inside. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think one thing I notice is the mind stitches different parts of an object, and the perception comes from this stitching. Because if you try to break it apart and just look at this one part, keep on watching, and you break the association with the face. Let's say I see a nice lady, right? I like her as general. But if I keep looking at the leg, but when I look at the leg, the mind still has this face as part of the perception. So
You
everything
missed it.
becomes...
Sorry. Let me tell you what you did. You made her a nice lady. It's only lady, no nice. So you already have a perception of niceness. Wait, don't answer. The niceness is in the leg. So your eyes will definitely walk itself through the leg.
No, that's what I'm saying. Let's say I'm not so much into legs, but I like how her face looks, right? But when I look at the whole body, the perception, the face is there in my perception of her. But if I just look at the leg, keep on looking, there's no niceness there. This is
No,
what I'm
sir, it
saying.
is already enjoying. It will enjoy what it wants. So if you have made the enjoyment as a leg, it will be in the leg. No matter whichever other part you ignore, because it's already created the sanya. The perception is there. Let's say for somebody it's a leg, for somebody it is some other part. And they would first catch that part. In the whole body, they will catch that part.
And that's what I'm saying. For me, it's not the leg. So if I look at the leg, there's no, or the
I
feet,
got
let's
it,
say.
but
Yeah.
still you will enjoy the lady even though you don't have a particular fetish for leg. Let's say for hair. But still, you think by watching the leg you're missing the hair. No. That's not the way to dissipate the body, meaning dissect the body, especially of the opposite sex. That doesn't work. It will not remove Kamachanda. But it will not increase Kamachanda, but it will not remove also. It will not increase, meaning, yes, you're right. If you keep on seeing the leg, let's say I like the hair and I keep on looking at the leg, unless that lady comes and slaps me, what are you looking at my leg? And then that's okay. But otherwise, I will be keep on looking at her leg or feet or whatever, or her slippers or shoes or whatever, right? Doesn't make any difference because I have already made the sanya of the feminine. It doesn't matter whether I'm seeing the leg or some other part of the body. Yeah.
So in a previous instruction, you said watch the nostril, right? Or watch the teeth where it doesn't bring extra kamachanda. But so that's not that different from watching the leg in this case, right? Because you're just watching somewhere that makes you feel neutral.
It's different. It's not grossly different. It is subtly different. If you look at in the same way and you say that, why did I say teeth? Because teeth is something which is has no sensuality in that. If you just keep on seeing this, nobody loves it. You like the lips more than the teeth. So when the smile is given, your main is on this lips portion. If somebody were to smile like this, would you like it? No. You would feel, why is she or he giving such a weird face? No. You want it to come naturally. Then some little bit of teeth. But only teeth. You wouldn't like it. Okay, that's one. Look at the nose, holes. What would you do with that hole? Nothing. If you truly keep on observing everybody's nose, you will not like anything. Just watch the nose. Now, in the case of May, just watch the nose. He would look more like a animal because every animal has this remains the same. I can change it, saying that wow, what a lip she has. But look at the nose. Look at his nose. Look at your nose. Look at my nose. No difference. Something might be gone down or gone up like this. That's the only difference. But otherwise, you will not feel anything.
Up is easier to see, but some people have it very down and you cannot see the holes.
Teeth.
Yeah. Yeah, unless they open their mouth.
Why? They will always be opening for some reason or the other. At least they will be showing the tongue all the time. They'll be doing like this, or at least something will be there. Are you? See, you have to find the loophole. If you say that there are no loopholes at all, it is not going to work. Some people feel that I should watch the earring. He or she will get into a wrong association. Earring is not going to help. No, it is just an object. No, sorry. The Milinda Panha, especially, how he breaks it, how Nagasena breaks it, you should go deeper into it. He's removing the sanya. He's not removing the object, he's removing the sanya of that object, the perception of that object. Okay. This is slightly a different tone rather than the what I understand. So, because that can be used for Arhat also. That can be used for Anagami, it can be used for Sakadagami, it can be used for Sotapanna. We'll take another sanya perception. That dress, what May is wearing, is normally worn by people who are patients, let's say, green color. So we have got into that sanya, let's say, perception. Okay. When I see May, I'll just ask, May, what happened? She said, nothing happened. Why? What happened? No, you're wearing green. Oh, I thought you were in hospital. Yeah, I'm in hospital, but I'm a doctor. Oh, doctor can wear this green. No, but what is wrong with my green dress? No, it's only one for hospitals. No, in here we don't. We can wear anything we want. So this is totally sanya. Total perception. Is it a right perception or a wrong perception? We can say wrong perception. No, it's still a perception. Now, what I am going to do by asking these questions is I'm trying to change my perception. So now I'm become acceptable to her wearing of that green color dress. But I am not questioning why is she wearing the dress. That becomes Pachavekana. She is wearing that to ward off mosquitoes, flies, heat, cold, wind, etc. etc. So then the green color becomes distant, goes into a fading away. It fades away, which is good for me. Now the Kamachanda will not be there. Otherwise, my Kamachanda will now, I've identified green. Then I'll say, May, it suits you. Good. And she feels, why is this guy supposed to be spiritual guy keeps on appreciating me on my dress? One way. That's one perception. Second perception, wow, he feels very good, so I should be really good. Second way. So the person who is talking also has Kamachanda, the person who is taking it also has Kamachanda. So to cut out the perception, you should see the reality in terms of what it is there. Yes, Aryu, go ahead.
Okay, I think I kind of understand. I think that the choosing of your object is very important because let's say I see, oh, London. Let's say I try to break the perception of London. I say, there's no such thing as London. You can see this Big Ben, this wheel of whatever. There's no London in that. That you can see, but again, you get hooked onto the object, so that you become a symbol of London. So that symbol, you still create a symbol anyways. It's just a lesser symbol, but because the symbol itself still attractive, you get hooked onto that. It's not total. It's very partial, let's say.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. So every speech we are having, every thought which is coming, every actions we are doing is created through chitta. So by doing animitta, you are going to the chitta to see what is there in the chitta. That becomes chitta anupassana. So you are seeing what is there in the chitta, what is arising along with the chitta. I say, now I have what? I have saragam va chittam. Saragam chittam pajanati. Now I know this chitta light is carrying raga. Got the point? This is the Mahasati Pathan. When I see May and I see Aryu, if it is distinguishing between male and female, it is raga. Saragam va chittam, saragam chittam pajanati. Now I know in the chitta it has carried, I have not carried. The chitta has carried. Sadosam va chittam, that means I am feeling uncomfortable. Just coming with dosa. samoham va chittam, with delusion. Like that. Sounds good?
Very important one. Very important one.
So May, anything you have, because you entered late, and then we are taking your name so much that you might be feeling, oh, I become a scapegoat or something.
No, when you said breaking the perception, I thought one thing I found was with food. You know, if you like the monks chant, you know, this food is for building this body. Basically, it's not for enjoyment and things. So when you see any food, you think it's just for building your body. Then it doesn't become anything special. It doesn't matter what food you see. It doesn't make it special. And I think with people, I know that it's a little bit more difficult. You know, you look at their faces and I don't know, your brain is kind of made to look at people and made to observe their differences and things. So it can be quite hard, but I guess the way to break it apart is, you know, either by dhatus, but I think you have to perfect all those elements to be able to break it. And the other way to, I don't know, which I've kind of tried, is, you know, when you say dissect the cow, is, you know, if you look internally, what's inside is everybody's got a skeleton, everybody's got the same organs, everybody's got the same muscle structure, and the only difference is this skin, which is, I don't know, it looks like, I think one of the monks described it as like a stocking. It's almost like just a stocking that comes over everything else and it's just covering it. um, it's still quite a hard one. I think you got to, I don't know, mentally process it again and again to find no difference between that, because I know your brain wants to see the difference, and you're trying hard not to see the difference. But then if you do it, yeah, again and again, you realize actually there is no difference. You know, it is just the skin which looks different. But everything else is pretty much the same, and all the organs in the body is doing exactly the same thing, really. Anatomically might be slightly different on the outside, but they all do the same thing, same functions. Yeah, obviously women have a few other organs, but that's about it.
You have some advantages as a doctor on that front.
No, if it was true, then all doctors would have become a arhat by now.
It's
Yeah,
not,
lots of
it's
anatomy books out there now. Internet's very good.
Yeah, see,
yeah.
they keep, see, I always feel gynecologist would be the best arhat. The male or female, it doesn't matter. Because that person gets tired of seeing the same place again and again and again and again. That, you know, he or she should get tired. But I don't think so. The Kamachanda is so there, they don't see it that way. Like persons who are in maternity, who deliver, who help in delivery of the baby, male or female doctor or a apprentice or a intern or whoever it is who is assisting, they don't feel that. They want to become mother. If I were to ask that girl who is in the ward and she is seeing this female crying, shouting, howling, fighting, I don't know what all she can do in that pain. And it's not a easy thing to become a mother, meaning to undergo that labor pain. It's a horrible pain. Horrible means, and only that person knows how horrible it was. Wait a second. Let's stick on to that. What happens? It's so tight and the baby is stuck and then it has to come out and you want a natural delivery. Not easy for the baby or for the mother. Is crying, and she, I think at that moment she feels, I will never go through this again. The moment the baby comes out, she forgets all that which has happened. And now she puts the baby on her breast and enjoys that baby, forgetting that the blood which has come, the fluid which is coming from down. So horrible. It's stinking. It stinks. And the baby is coming from shit. Without cleaning that baby, you wouldn't really enjoy that baby. Actually, there's nothing. So the nurse has to clean that up and clean all the blood and other, and the placenta, if you see it, it's horrible. Every given part which has come out is horrible. And some people in that labor pain will even get stools in there from their below portion also. They couldn't bear the pain. So there's abdominal pain, and then abdominal pain means intestine will get loosened up, so they might even get stools. So the baby is coming on one side, the other thing is coming on the other side. Just imagine the fate of the doctor who is watching, who has put his or her hand, pulling the baby on one side, holding the mother on the other side, and she is wriggling in pain. She wants this pain to end. That is sufficient enough to come out of Kamachanda. Sufficient. Any sane person would say that never ever again. But as soon as the baby comes and falls on the mother's lap, forgotten. And the father shamelessly feels, when next? Life as usual. This horrifying thing doesn't open up. Then what should open up, you tell me? It's not about eating. It's not about what we are doing. That is the least of the Kamachanda. This is the highest Kamachanda. This itself doesn't shake us up, to be honest. This doesn't shake us up. We feel proud parents, and we call that proud parent. And we, on the car, we put child inside, please don't honk. Or our lovely golden blah 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 is there, and our asset or blah blah, all that is there. What asset? You have taken literally a shit in your hand from one hole to another hole. That's all what it is. So where is the child? When did you pick up a child? If you see this much, that's all. And especially when they cut the umbilical cord, you should see how it withdraws. You see that. And after some time, the placenta comes out. It's yuck. You will not be able to tolerate it. No human being can tolerate it. It's so worse smelling. And then life as usual. Just think, Harry, you are a father, I am also a father, May is a mother, Ravindra also has daughters. Do we really feel enough is enough on Kamachanda? No. Forget eating and all that. That is another. So that is the reason we don't feel anything. We don't feel anything because we are so used to that. We are habituated. Yes, you had a question.
Yeah, not a question. I was just thinking the mind with raga, right? It actively ignores all these perception of bad things. You have to force it to look.
That is
Otherwise, it keep
yes,
on turning away.
correct. So that's the reason. First, we need to cut the body, not by name, by real what is there. See the internal organs. Keep on seeing it. Then it gets disgusted. Then it can work out in removing the nama rupa, paricheda, is cutting the name and form. Then it's good. Yeah, so we have all undergone the same thing. So there's nothing which we have not undergone. So in this, you have to see the truth. The Four Noble Truths have to be seen in this. So what's the first noble truth? Suffering. There's no child. A shit has come, a shit is going to go, which I think is a child. Okay? So what Buddha says, dukkha arising, dukkha passing away. How did it arise? Did it walk on its two legs, saying that, hey mom, how are you? No. There is life and death situation. Every delivery has life and death situation. So if it is not able to come properly, then the C-section. Just because the C-section doesn't mean that it will come properly. No. It might get entangled with the umbilical cord itself. There's no guarantee. And the mother is in fear whether she will lose her child, she's going to get the child. And when it comes out, does it have the hands, legs, etc., in a proper shape? That's the next pain. Next item is that. Forget about a girl or a boy. First thing you would like to know whether the child is good. And the doctor comes and say, yeah, the child is doing well. What a relief. Okay, that doesn't end there. After a few weeks, you need to see whether the ears are functioning. You see whether the nose is functioning. The tongue is functioning. Check that. Then after a few weeks, you have to see that child gets injections and medicine so that it doesn't get sick. After a few weeks, you have to find for a daycare. And you don't know what kind of people are going to take this child, take care of this child. Again, anxiety. And after that, schooling. We don't know how it's going to learn. Can it learn? Can it not learn? Whether it's autistic, non-autistic, is this, that? Intelligence, not being able to comprehend, what, etc., etc. Then after that, teenage. How that person will behave, God only knows. Male or female. And then adult. And then marriage. And the story goes on. So the anxiety never ends. Isn't it the worst thing you're doing with your life? So jati pi dukkha. Do everything. So now you've seen the first noble truth. And your craving for that material object is the second noble truth. So now you let go of it. Shit is a shit anyway. This body is a shit, let it go. And that body is also a shit, let it go. Because no matter what one eats, eating place is common. Just because Ariu came to our home, we did not manufacture a new shitting station only for Ariu. No, he is using the same washroom as we were using, doing exactly the same thing, even though he's an American. So-called American, Chinese, and I'm Indian. But what comes from below, irrespective of whoever it is the same. Shit in, shit out. That's all. There's nothing out there. And you being a doctor, may you have seen the entire body as part of anatomy. I don't think so any part of our body has something gold in it. All that it has is a foul smelling thing. You can put gold in the teeth, but there's no gold in the teeth. You can put gold. So like some people do it, right? And they can't go to MRI. So they have to remove their gold. Or they would have put some iron thing or a steel thing, they have to remove it. Otherwise, they can't do MRI test. Anyway, if you see this shit, more than sufficient to get disinterested, nibbidda, then the viraga will come. Definitely it will come. You will feel not worth it. So, Ravindra, for you, how to come out of Kamachanda, see the shit. Especially in Mumbai, it's more easy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll tell you. See, when I was working in Mumbai, the same place where is he from? We used to have a very nice, in India in one way is very good. It will make you feel very spiritual. If you really do it well. So there is there are some 6 stations where there are slums. They don't have toilets. Now they have manufactured toilets. Now earlier, when I was working in Bombay in 94, they never had toilets. So what they used to do is they used to sit on the tracks. If you put your head inside, you're going to bake yourself because of the heat. Thousands and thousands of people in the train, and it is not air conditioned. Okay? And the sweat smell is so horrible, so you have to put your face outside. Now, if you put your face outside, you see everybody's bum and what is coming below from there. A free show of kilometers of this happening. Okay. You used to feel inside shit, outside shit. Both are shit only. The sweat smell. I don't think so. If you don't put a good perfume, you will not like it. And especially somebody is holding his hand like this or she is holding like this and your nose is almost come and touch there. What a pain. Just imagine the pain. Kama Chanda, where it is. You don't like it. You want to, no matter she's good looking. Forget good looking. You can't stand it. You literally cannot stand it. Because you are getting molested by that smell. Actually, if you see, so 94, that is 30 years ago, I used to go in the train to my office from one to another. And across the railway track, you can see people sitting. That I used to take the morning train. The morning train means everybody's stomach is ready to pull out things, so they don't have a toilet, so better sit on the tracks. Free show. Okay. Some people at least used to turn their back and sit. Some people used to turn their front and sit. So you can see from the front side and the back side also. But I was watching. Nobody used to feel disgusted. This is how Kamachanda works. 94, I was 23-year-old. Okay. I never saw anyone feeling disgusted. What is life? Why are they struggling so much? Nobody cared, basically. Even today, when I go on that same route, whenever I go to Bombay, I don't see any change in anyone. They don't feel disgusted. They feel that's a life, that's a way of life. And they move on. This is what Kamachanda is. You don't feel disgusted with anything whatsoever. They don't feel shit in, shit out. It's life of shit, basically life of shit. Whether it's a $100 million person shitting it or this guy in the slum shitting it. Makes no difference to the track, no difference to the toilet, no difference to that water which is going along with the shit. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I think that the thing is, even the mind find the shit disgusting, right? It go into dvesha or whatever, it dislikes it. It creates, this pain, but it doesn't associate with the pleasure. So it does not become nibbida. It doesn't like it.
Yes,
It's, this thing I don't like
got
it.
it.
This women, this person doesn't like it.
That's
But
right.
it
So,
doesn't.
yes. So when you have Kamachanda, you will have Vyapada also. So nobody gets disgusted. They feel irritated that why this person is shitting on the track. They don't understand, even if it is $1 million home, he's exactly doing the same what this guy is doing. He's doing without any shame because he doesn't have that toilet. Whereas this guy supposed to be a rich person, and then but the bum is neither rich or poor. It just knows one thing. If it is wanting it, you have to sit on the potty, and what comes out, irrespective whether love it, don't love it, it's the same. Potty has no love, and that bum also has no love or hate, and you can't stop it. Meaning, I'll say, I will hold it. What will you hold? Nothing you can hold. What will you hold? You can hold anything you want in life except for urine, hunger, feces, thirst. What else will you hold? Nothing you can hold. So basically, suffering is the only thing, right? So that is the jati pi dukkha, jara pi dukkha, vyadhi pi dukkha, like that. So now when you see this, you get disgust. If you truly get disgust, the craving will reduce. And when the craving reduces, you are in Nibbana. We can see it in our life. We don't have to sit and meditate like, I want to sit like this, watching breath for next 10 hours. I will watch. You can see. And in fact, Ravindra is born in a better place and he's working for a better city because he can see all of this every day. Americans might not be able to see it, especially Californians might not be able to even get a glimpse of it. Unless they go to the interior of Los Angeles or some other in New York or in some places where it is terrible way of living. Or in if you go to this Philadelphia also has the same problem. Maybe something in Kentucky, then Atlanta is the best place to experience these kind of things. Detroit, if you want to do that. Downtown, I don't know about SFO downtown how it is because I have never visited, but then at least I know these places, how horrible it is. So if I go to 23rd Street, 22nd Street in New York, and then I know, oh, I can then see the action. Or I meet drug peddlers in any of these places, and then I know what they do. Or homeless people. But otherwise, in America, I don't think so, and might not have seen it. So it's the best place if you want to get instant nibbana. Come to India. We'll go to these places where you get instantly shocked. Yes.
The other thing is people think, when it comes out, they think it's disgusting, but they don't realize it looked exactly like that. It was in their body like, a minute ago, but they can't process that, but if you, let's say you sit on the potty and you think, oh, wait a minute, that wasn't inside like, 2 minutes ago, you think, oh, well, that's kind of, yeah, it's, and I think that's how you process it, because otherwise I think even if you see it, you might still think, oh yeah, it's just gross because it's outside, but I don't think your brain really processes that it would look exactly like that inside the bodies.
Exactly. So now that's what I always feel like. My son is a doctor, and so his friends, and some of his friends have got married. Okay. How will you marry if you were really disgusted? And they have seen autopsies. They have cut open so many bodies. By now, they've cut open so many bodies. Feminine, masculine, this line, that line. I don't think so. They have taken out the genitals. They have taken every part in this body. So there shouldn't be any excitement at all. But they're excited. That's Kamachanda. We are normal Puttujana who have not seen the shit in the body, so we feel okay. But for the doctor, that's not the case. They are seeing patient in and out. And like my son is saying, so many deliveries every day. And next year he is an intern, so he has to be with all departments, watching all kind of things, cutting all kind of organs. But if the disgust doesn't enter, then what else should you see to enter? Jigucha should enter. What a life I have. And that is a turning point. Otherwise, Sotapanna is okay. But if you want to get into Anagami, it should be a complete shift. Disgust, this is horrible. It's not peaceful. This is horrible. And every patient I see bring pride that sooner or later this guy is going away. Cancer or no cancer, that doesn't make any sense. If I'm in a hospital, that environment itself is not fun environment. Whether the person has come for a delivery or coming for something else makes no difference. Like I was in the hospital when Aryo was here. I mean, he couldn't see I going into the hospital because I wanted to go after he goes away. But then I've seen the hospital, and what is there in the hospital? Is that a fun thing? No. So if we really see, it should hit back to you. The Kamachanda goes away. Once the Kamachanda goes away, Vyapada is gone. Kamachanda Vyapada is gone. You will feel, I need to get liberation. So the Thinamida is gone. If Thinamida is gone, only thing which will live with you is restlessness. I want to get liberated. The Kukucha is gone. Visikicha is gone long time ago. So now you are done with 5 hindrances. The only thing you have to remove is Kamachanda. The remaining is gone. So first you remove Visikicha, that is there's doubt. Work out on Kamachanda. Everything else will operate. Yes, Saryu.
Yeah, so I was thinking Buddha's story, right? I mean, when he saw this, like that old age and all these, and at the night before he went forth, he saw these people lying on the ground and having disgusting thing. So that's, I guess, how, let's say, I guess a person's wisdom is proportional to how much disgust he can see in this other side.
Exactly.
Right? So, so for Buddha, he saw such a great deal of disgusting that make him disgusted of existence itself, let's say, almost, right, from the get-go. So he has so much potential to go forward.
If we were to ask Ravindra, he has seen what I have said all the time. I'm not lying. Maybe he will agree with me that I'm not lying of whatever I was saying on the tracks. But that doesn't make anyone disgusted. What do you say, Ravindra?
Yes, sir.
And we can use that as a vipassana, honestly speaking. You don't have to look at the breath. You just look at everybody is shitting, and that's sufficient. What else is there? Input equals output. You see the input type and you look at the output. Nothing you like as output. Nothing. Whether your own children, if you were to do that, you don't like it. Your parents, if you have to put on them on diapers, you think it's easy? You have to have one person, we need to appoint them so that they take care of our parents or whatever it is. But we can't do that. Yes. Yes, me.
I think I was thinking, even let's say if you're not so, if you don't want to visualize what comes below, I guess even like it is quite interesting. Your hair falls out, and even you're looking at that where you clean hair on the floor or something, bits of it. It's just this. It's funny. It's disgusting, and you think it is still hard. You think, oh, that was on my head, from my head, or even in the shower, you go, that came out of my head, and you think it's disgusting, but it's really hard to look at your own head and think that's the disgusting thing. It's the same disgusting thing. I think it's breaking that bit is the hard bit. I think. Yeah.
That's right. Yes, yes, Ariel.
Yeah, I guess from my understanding, I guess this vipassana or whatever, it's really the simultaneity when you put these two things together that allow the consciousness to see, right? So I think this bit is very important. If you look separate, nothing
Yes,
happens.
separate
but
no.
You have to look together.
It has to work out together. So the secret is first you come out of doubt whether this will work or that will work, and don't invest yourself in too many videos, too many understanding of Dhamma, and let me see this video, that video, that video. This again leading you to Visikiccha, this doubt, because now I doubt this, doubt that person, doubt this, because I'm going all this searching because I'm not convinced. First task, if I am got convinced, that's it. What thing I did when I left Goenka tradition, I started looking at the sutta. I said I'm not going to watch a single video, a single thing about anybody else, because that is a hindrance on my path. Because that makes me confused now, because of the interpretation problem, right? Neither it is allowing me to interpret, so I have to go by somebody's interpretation. It looks okay. Except for Nibbana mind still, that is from Katukurande Dhyananda Thero, I have never gone into anybody's. Vimala Ramsi I did for some time, but then I was not taking him too seriously. But when it came to the Nibbana mind still, which May had shared, that I started long time ago. And that really helped. So you have to stick to something, because if I don't come off doubt, the remaining 4 cannot be done. Because I'll keep on having this food, one video, the next video, the next video, the next video, then some books, some writing down, all intellectualization. Everybody speaks the same thing in different ways. That's okay. But my question comes, oh, that he's saying like that. That seems easy. No, this is easy. No, that is easy. Another thing, what I found is, if you want to do it yourself, you should make that determination. Or if you find a teacher, he should personally teach you, looking at your state. If he is just giving some nice discourses on the internet and it has 100,000, 200,000 views, doesn't help, because I ultimately need to sit with that person and find out where am I. If I'm just listening, it's not going to do anything to me. And anyway, he's a very great teacher, agreed, but then for what is it for me? Nothing is there. I'm still there wherever I was. So I need a teacher who can tell me where am I, how much I have reached. Or I need the Dhamma to tell me where I am. So there are only 2 ways, right? If the first way, that is knowing from the Dhamma, I can't do it, then I need to have a teacher, and that's the only teacher till I get it. Or I say that this teacher is not able to help me. Until I come to that conclusion, no doubt, I will go with that person. Never watching anything or anything at all, because this doubt will not allow me to come to the main aspect, which is Kamachanda. So I will be rotating in the doubt forever, because I'm watching this, I'm watching that. Which one is okay? He's also saying something. He's saying something. He's saying better thing than what this guy is saying. So now I shift my attention from this person to this person. Then he says something else. No. I think that person who was saying is correct. So now I go there. Yes, are you?
So what would you give as advice to someone in this state? Let's say someone comes to you and say, I'm listening to these people and they all seem reasonable.
Then
I
he has to
cannot give up
decide,
any
right?
of
So
them.
I'm going to tell him that, look, you're going to get into a serious doubt syndrome because you will never be settled. That person, whoever it is, including me, if I'm listening to 10 videos or 20 videos in a day, it is good entertainment, agreed, but it doesn't sort out things for me because he's not telling me what I should do. He's giving me some this, that, it's fine. But what is that I need to do? If he tells me what I need to do, that means he should know me, right? That means I require one personal teacher. Otherwise, it's of no use. So, what I want to do for anyone and everyone, including me or Ravindra or whoever is talking to me, is to tell them what they should do rather than what in generic, like, very nice program, and that doesn't make any difference. So that's the reason I feel very happy if somebody gets it. I feel, wow, oh, good. Like that day, May was saying that he now understood what is earth and how this grass is growing. Felt, wow, she picked it. That's all what is required. But if she has truly picked it, and then it's fine. That's the good thing. Then the Kamachanda will decrease. See, what's the idea? If you don't have Kamachanda, the Vyapada will not be there. If the Kamachanda Vyapada is not there, then you are an Anagami, which is the best state to be. And you can. And like I was talking to another Dhamma friend who is there in our group, he has another misconception. I don't want to name him, but he has a misconception. He feels Satapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami should be very difficult. Life itself is so difficult. On top of that, these attainments, it becomes even more difficult. And then what happens? Shouldn't be easy. Now what do we do? He's right from his way. Okay, fine. If somebody gets into that idea that it has to be difficult and the Dhamma comes to you easy, and then you say that, no, I don't think so. So you're back in Visikicha, that is doubt. So you will never be able to come out of doubt forever. Keep on doubting, 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 so that Kamachanda will remain wherever it is. And Vyapada is going to remain wherever it is. So we need to do something like this for all of us. We need to do it. Determination, aditthana. So if you take the 6 steps, which I was talking earlier, first create an interest. I need to know. Then create an intention, part of interest. I intend to get into the details. Then I come to the second point, aditthana, which is determination. I determine. Oh, I found the teacher. No doubt. I have found the Dhamma. Fine. I'm convinced. Now let me understand what is Buddha, what is Dhamma, what is Sangha. And that gives me tyaga or chaga in Pali. Right? And then what does it do for me? I will myself know whether the morality has established and the Buddha Dhamma Sangha is established. So I know I am a Sotapanna. Don't have to ask anyone. Because 6 things have worked. What else to work? Then I go the Sutta way. Because at Sotapanna only I can understand the Sutta in a proper way to discern myself. To understand it on my own, I require to be a Sotapanna. Otherwise not possible. Okay? And then I come to the 8th one. Indriyas. Developing the Indriya. So now I know Saddha is there with me. I have to develop the Sati Indriya. Then I have to develop Samadhi Indriya. For that I require Virya Indriya. All of these Indriya are there, then I get a Panya Indriya. So 5 Indriya. That gives me 5 Bala. So with that I can cut Kamachanda and Vyapada. So now I know how to go from here, from a Puttujana to this. So these steps, who has put it? It comes out of experience. So I have experience of that. So I can share. Now you might get into another one for yourself. That's fair. But we all within the Buddha Dhamma only. No matter how many suttas I read about Sotapanna, it doesn't give me anything. You can keep on asking, give me one sutta, that sutta, that sutta. That doesn't help me in becoming Sotapanna. Because after Sotapanna only I can understand the sutta. It's not before. So I require somebody to teach me what is Dhamma, which is Kalyana Mitra. A spiritual friend, like what we are doing. And then we need to do Dhamma Anudhamma, that is discussion on the Dhamma. And then what? Savana. We have to go through that sutta or whatever it is. So savana, that is recitation or knowing it. Then Kalyanamitra Sevane, that is getting into the spiritual friend. Then the third one is Dhamma Anudhamma. These three, with these 6 steps, will open up Sotapanna. Now you are on your own, because after Sotapanna, you read this sutta, you know, got it, I got this, I got this, I got this. Much easy. Now you know you are established. So when you know you are established, you know you are established. So nobody has to come and tell you, hey Vilas, you are not established or you are established. I know I have established. I know it. Nobody comes. That's the reason Buddha tells in the sutta, I know I have ended the craving. You know, who else has to come and tell you? Let me put a toss. Heads means ending craving. Tails means you have not ended craving. No, that's foolishness. You would come to know yourself. Craving ended, liberation, vimukha. That's it. There's nothing secretive about it, right? Some people say, very guarded secret. What? Craving is a guarded secret. Yes, because you can't see it. Any questions before we end? It's almost 12 o'clock here in India. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, if it can be answered in 1 or 2 minutes, it's good. But what if someone is struggling between the worldly and Dhamma, and he's thinking, should I take Dhamma? Worldly is also here good. And what should you do to these kind of people?
What should I do? He's not convinced or she's not convinced. So allow them to get into the worldly things, and they'll get a shock of their lives, a slap, and then they come back. It's like, I love to drink wine on Sundays or Saturday nights. I generally drink 2 glasses of wine. May is looking at me like, do you really drink? I don't know. Maybe he might be drinking. Yeah, so I take 2 glasses of wine, one for myself and one for my wife. Because my wife doesn't drink, I drink her thing also, let's say. So 2 glasses of wine. I'm used to drinking 2 glasses of wine. No matter how many people come and tell me, Vilas, you are not supposed to drink wine. Since I have not seen the adhinava, danger, it's not going to work. So one day what happens is, I get a report on the liver and says that, look, if you keep on drinking, you will get liver cirrhosis. I tell the doctor, I have only 2 glasses of wine. Only 2. He says, another glass of wine, you're in the hospital. That shakes me off. Because wine was supposed to be good. They, in fact, say wine is good for heart. I don't know whose heart, I don't know, but anyway, it's good for heart. So now what to do? I've seen the danger. Danger is going to the hospital and sleeping on that bed. So now I make a mental strength. Any red looking thing, liquid, I'll not drink. But what about white wine? No, anything called as wine, I don't want to drink. Okay. 1 week gone, 10 weeks gone, 20 weeks gone, 30 weeks gone, 40 weeks gone. Then the person can see that he's no longer addicted to that. Then he starts to see the different world. That is, he can survive without the wine. Right? So until that slap came to me as a medical thing, no matter whoever told me didn't go. In the same way, I need to allow for this shifting here, shifting there person, saying that instead of pushing him towards Dhamma, see, unless he gets a breakthrough, he's not going to do. Best is this way, because here he is going to get hit all the time. Right? Ultimately, he'll get hit. So whenever he gets badly hit, he's going to come back here only. He'll say that, you know what, I lost my job, man. How much I worked in life for the company. They became 200 million. From 1 million, they became 220 million. Just 1 million, 220 million. I can tell you in my 10 years of working with them, I have contributed to my knowledge at least 20 million. So in that 220, 20 belongs to me. And how much they have paid me? Peanuts. And now they have laid me off. So what happened to my contribution? Nobody cares. Then it dawns on me, whatever I contribute, nobody wants it. And what is that I'm doing? So there's no essence in this life on this. So now I see the danger. Now one's mind sees the danger, it no longer harps onto that. It will start to find a solution. No matter this was told to me 5 years ago by my spiritual friend Vilas, the way you're going on a wrong direction. I say, crazy fellow, you know how popular I am. You know, by the time you wake up, I'm in 2 countries. Yes, Harry, go ahead.
Just generally, this can only come from the life. Not amount of reading the Dhamma, hearing, usually doesn't hit hard enough. Like, unless one has wisdom, and it's different.
See, if that would have happened to everyone, 90% of us by now would have become arhats. Because we keep on now, internet is there, we keep on listening and reading, doing something or the other. Yes, may go ahead.
I was just going to say, I guess the last thing to come out of Kama Chanda is that the topic was, I think, is that, you know, there's always that jara marana, like everything is going to age, everything is going to get disease, and everything's going to die. I mean, no matter how that beautiful person, however good they look, that's right now, and then, you know, give them 5 years, 10 years, completely different.
That's right.
But until this person has a person close to them that he sees it in his own eyes, it's all theory, right? It just goes through and doesn't.
I guess you can see it in yourself as well. I mean, you know, you've grown older, and I mean, even when you get, you know, that back pain or something, you know that it's happening to you. So I guess you don't really need to wait or imagine that that person might or might not get sick, because they will, same thing will happen.
Yeah, I'm not arguing. I mean, if you know how to do Vipassana, I'm sure you can do it. I'm just saying,
Like, you know,
because that you're getting the experience, right? For here, you're projecting, you're imagining. That doesn't ring the bell, right? The bell is ring when you experience it, and that's if you know how Vipassana is done, you can do it. But otherwise,
yeah.
yeah.
See, if we were to run the cycle before we end, let's run the cycle on the example what I gave on people shitting on the railway track. Avijja Pachaya Sankhara. Sankhara is the preparation. So they're preparing for what? Just look at that. Right? Sankhara. Sankhara Pachaya Vinyana. As you get conscious about what they are doing. Vinyana Pachaya Nama Rupa. What do you say? What do I say if I am the person going on that route? What a shameless people they are. They don't know. They shouldn't be doing here. But it doesn't dawn on me. I'm exactly doing the same. Exact. But in a different place. But exact. Because I'm having avijja. Nama Rupa Pachaya Salayatana. Through the sense doors, I'm seeing it. Salayatana Pachaya Phassa. So there's a contact. Contact with what? With what? Nama Rupa with a Salayatana is a contact. Phassa Pachaya Vedana. So the feeling is coming because of this contact. Feeling gives rise to craving. Here I'm negatively craving. That means I don't want them to shit there. Right? So I close my nose. Now that you can put that mask, because thanks to COVID, so you can put the mask and keep on staring as though you have never seen somebody shitting in your life. And hope that the train goes faster so that you don't see it. If I'm a Vipassana person, Avijja is gone. Avijja yatveva asesa viraga nirodha. So now what I did is that I have ended the defilement then and there. What is coming down there is what is coming down it here. So keenly I observe. And I feel, when will they get relief? When will I get relief from this suffering? Asesa viraga nirodha. Avijja nirodho, sankhara nirodho. Sankhara nirodha, nama rupa nirodho. Nama rupa nirodha, salayatana nirodho. Salayatana nirodha, phassa nirodho. Phassa nirodha, vedana nirodho. Vedana nirodha, tanha nirodho. Tanha nirodha, upadana nirodho. Upadana nirodha, bhava nirodho. Bhava nirodha, jati nirodho. Jati nirodha, jara marana soka parideva dukkha domanasa upayasa nirujjanti. Now dukkha khandasya samudaya hoti has become dukkha khandasya nirujja hoti. So the dukkha is gone. So there is no outside and there is no inside. They are the same. Only thing I'm doing is it in a room. That's the only difference. I call it as a washroom. Maybe I'll have some candles and perfumes and make it even more sensual, as though, like in America, have books shelf, you can have some nice looking things, like in Dubai. There's Burj Al Arab, that hotel. They have golden toilets. But the shit is not golden, sir. You might make a toilet of golden. And they charge just 21,000 dirhams, which is equivalent to around $3,800 per night for shitting in gold. But your thing which is coming is not in gold, sir. Please. It's not in gold. Your thing is shitty thing only. If somebody were to tell him, he won't spend that much money to sit on that gold thing. It's stupidity, right? But that is avijja. So if I am doing vipassana, what an environment to go. And the kamachanda goes away. There is kamachanda. There's no need. Done with it. So now I feel so relieved. So reading Paticca is not going to do anything. I can learn Pali. Like somebody asked me, should I learn Pali for this? It doesn't matter whether you learn Pali or you learn some other language. That is not very important. Have you experienced dependent origination or conditionality? And that's it. It opens up. Anyway, both of you have he has his night and you have your evening. So now it is almost what time? 7. Sorry. What's the time for you, May?
Yeah, it's about almost 7:30.
Yeah, 7:30.
Probably late for
So for you, it has become 11:09. 11, 19.
11.
11, 19. So very, very, very small difference, but 22 hours away. All right. See, can you believe this? It's just a perception. And you make it truth, you suffer. You make it as a concept, you will not have anything. There's no suffering. Otherwise, Ariyu is one day previous to you. But then the question comes, how is he talking? Because one day previous means one day gone right up his back. You're in the front. What a confusion.
I'm in the future.
What a confusion, right?
Yeah. I can claim I've gained the superpower of seeing the future.
No, you have seen the past.
future, whatever.
She's seeing
yeah.
the future. You are yet to see the future. You are still in the past. She is in the future. She's in the future by one day, one night. That means 22 hours. Sorry, 20 and odd hours. 4 hours difference. Yes, yeah, 20 hours. It will take you. You are behind her by 20 hours. That means her experience is 20 hours ahead of you. What a stupid perception. Okay, good night to both of you then.
Yeah.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.